Hello everyone, you have reached my channel on YouTube. It's a floss tube channel, which is all about cross stitch and my journey to stitch all the things. If you like cross stitching, you found the right place. If you don't like cross stitching, you hit the wrong button, abort, go on to something else. My name is Katie. My channel's name's Jeremiah's mom. Jeremiah's my son. He likes to make appearances pretty much every video. If he doesn't make an appearance, I get yelled at. So we have to be careful. This week I'm doing something different. I'm doing a week-long WIP parade inspired by Adelaide from Adelaide Stitches. I had seen some other floss tube videos. There was like 2 hours long, and I said, oh, I don't want to do that. Honestly, they're kind of boring. So the daily video hopefully is not as boring. I've broke all my WIPs into categories so that I could even see what I had really that I want to work on. You know, and it's been horrible. I want to work on everything. I absolutely love them all. This has been a lot of work. I would much rather stick to my normal just Monday videos. My normal Monday videos, speaking of that, is just I do like a weekly recap of what I've worked on since the last video. Hopefully you enjoy that. Like and subscribe and stick around to see my progress on just a normal week. It's a lot more laid back and a lot less work. Yesterday after filming, I was all excited about stitching. And then I think it took me an hour and a half to make notes on everything I wanted to talk about today. So I did get a little bit of stitching, but this week's stitching is nothing in comparison to most of my week's stitching. So today I am going to talk about the last group, which is things that I have on my list that I refuse to take off. They're probably going to be worked on, ? Then I have some things that are not being worked out and worked on at all. No plans to be worked on, so I'm going to kind of call them UFOs, which is unfinished object, and put them off of my list. One is even going by. So we will talk about that. So far as a recap, Monday I did my normal video. Tuesday I did the first 14 WIPs out of my WIP tote. Wednesday I did 15 more, so that was 29 current WIPs that I've worked on this year. Yesterday I did 12 things that I really want to start, and then I laid in bed last night going, oh, I forgot that one, So there will be more coming soon. Hang in there. So right now I have 41. If I start everything, which we all know. In the comments, you even said, go ahead and start it. I know. I trust me. There will be started soon. So the first things first today is 13 pieces that are on my WIP list that I refuse to take off, but I haven't worked on this year. Yeah, you following me? So I have some Mill Hills living in this adorable Tinkerbell bag that I got at the Pals Retreat in Myrtle Beach. It is really sparkly and just too cute. Anytime I see a bag like this, I have to get it. So the first one up today is a Mill Hill kit. Now, I have notes, but watch. Every envelope and bag I open, I'm going to forget where the notes are. Ah, found it. This is, I told you, organized. It's organized, but it's chaos. This is Happy Camper by Mill Hill. It is, let me see, it's one of the Autumn Harvest collections from 2017. My mom collected campers. I don't really know why we never had a camper. It's just a thing. So when she saw this one, I had to have it, of course. And now's when you feel guilty that you didn't finish it. I started it in May of 2020. And I never worked on it again. Who knows? They like to hide in my stash and I totally forget about them. So that's one day, May 2020, never been worked on. It will be hopefully finished sometime. That's ridiculous. It's like it's kind of it's like, oh, I'm trying to think. It's almost embarrassing because it's like, why didn't I finish that? Oh, that's just crazy. If I would have worked on it. But that's the problem with having so many wonderful WIPs. You can't work on everything at the same time. Wouldn't that be nice? But no, that'd be expensive because you'd have to keep buying new stuff. So that one is going back in my WIP tote. Next up is a fall piece that, of course, I couldn't live without when I got it. I bought this in 2018. It is Autumn Blessing by Waxing Moon Designs. It is absolutely beautiful. Let me see. May your blessings be as countless as the autumn leaves. I love everything about it. I started this November of 2019, and it's just stuck. It never gets worked on. I even bought the specialty fibers. It uses beautiful Weeks Dye Works. I have all those. Yeah, beautiful Weeks Dye Works. All there waiting to go. I have a gorgeous 28 count crystal mellow Lugana. It's opalescent and just absolutely beautiful. And that's all I have on it. Your guess is as good as mine. I have no idea. I think I started it for a challenge. I worked on it for a challenge, and then it just hides away. So, it's sure pretty. Let me see. The lighting is weird again. We're having more storms today. It's a beautiful peach, kind of mellow yellow, just beautiful. I enjoy stitching on it. I have no reasons. That's what today's going to be. It's just at the end I'm going to go. Your guess is as good as mine. Who knows? I don't know why these haven't come out. Another Mill Hill. Today's going to be a longer video. I hope I don't bore everybody to death. This is Best Friend Santa. It is a Gem Shore Mill Hill kit. I love dogs. So when I saw this one, I said, well, I have to have that. It's just too cute. This is from 2015. I started it in 2017 in June. In the blog world, we had a challenge for the longest day of the year. And I don't remember exactly how not yesterday. I don't even remember yesterday. You worked on something for like a half hour at a time. And so I started it for that. I have got it back out. Let me see the last time. Do I have a note? Hang on a minute. Let me check. No, I don't. The last time I got it out was in December of 2023. Actually, the Autumn Blessing I got out December of 2023 too. It was for a challenge. I got them out for a challenge, and then they hide away, and I forget about them. So, okay. Getting them back in the chaos. This one, the bad thing about this and what took so long yesterday is finding it all. I did vlogging since 2009. No, I think I did one since Jeremiah was born. He was born in 1998. So I went to a different platform, and then I went back to Blogger. It's forever. So it's so nice because now I can go on there and I can pull up information about each one of these. It was like a journal, a diary from all those years ago. So it was fun to go back and look these up yesterday, but it was also like sad. So this one is a Boba Fett that I got for Jeremiah, my little Star Wars nerd. It is by Valenti cross stitch. It was on Etsy. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know if she's still around. I haven't looked into it. I know she had a whole bunch of them. Boba Fett is one of Jeremiah's favorite characters, so I got that one first. And it was one of those, well, when I finish that one, I'll do several of the other ones. So I started this in December of 2019. I'm using a 28 count even weave that's time. And it says it's Joblin from Winchlet. I have no idea how to say that. Winchlet, a fabric company. Here's where I am now. I worked on this one October of 2023 last time. I don't have down how many days or anything is into it. Just one of those. I really need to work on it. It's cool. It's not that. I like these. That's why they aren't getting left off my list. I just don't pull it out. If I do work on them, I'm gonna really have to dive to find out how many days I have on them, because I don't remember. I started keeping track of days. Let me see if I can find that. See, you make notes, and I say this all the time. I started counting my stitches in 2023. Actually in August of 2023, but I know I started counting days on a project a long time before that. But I always say, like, one video, I was laughing so hard when I watched it back. I said it was a long time ago and I'd finished it last year. So I was like, last year's not really a long time ago, but trust me, sometimes it feels like a long time ago. There is so much that happens. Like, this week has just been... So it feels like a long time ago. Monday at this point feels like a long time ago. I think this is the last Mill kit that I can be embarrassed about. This is Evergreen Snowman. It's another Gem Shore. It says it's from 2015. They're absolutely beautiful. That's why I got them. I just evidently don't remember to work on it. I started this one the same day as the Santa Claus one, so I started it for the longest day stitch along in June of 2017. According to my notes over here, it says the last time I worked on it was December of 2023 for another challenge, and here's where I am now. It is on the perforated paper, and it looks like it's it wouldn't take forever. It will if I never pull it out to work on it, though. I can go back in there later. This one I found in my stash when we was moving. It is a cute little Janlynn kit called Hanging with Santa. It is on, hang on, 14 count plastic canvas. I found it in the move and I thought, that'd look really cute on the Christmas tree. So in 2023, in December, I started it. Let me see if I can scoot this over. And here's where he is right now. Oops. I have not worked on it since I started it. So December 2023. I remember starting it for a challenge, and then I just never pulled it back out. I give up saying I don't know why. It's cute. That's why these are staying on the list. They just aren't being worked on. Then I have a pain-free craft. When I saw this pattern, I had to have it. That happens to me a lot. Then reality hit of it's not as important as Book Dragon and Yggdrasil. It was just a test to see if he was listening. I was bored one day and I went on the Pain-Free Crafts website because, it was one of those, hey, I haven't bought a Pain-Free Crafts in a long time. I had started reading again after reading constantly as growing up. And I thought, oh my gosh, it's a dragon. It's reading a book. So that was the reasoning for I had to have it. And it's the typical pain-free where you have, forever where you don't get to the dragon. So I was just kind of like, really? I need to work on Beer Dragon instead. So I put it down. I love it. I started it in July 7th of 2023. I am doing this one on 32 count lamb's wool 1/1 complete X. There's where I am right now. So it's beautiful, but it's nothing. It's just background. I get bored easy. According to my notes, the last time I worked on it was April of 2024. So not too horrible long ago. Actually, I remember there was a challenge for work on something with a book, and I remembered this one and said, well, that worked. And then I have not used it for anything else because if there's a B, an acrostic, I will use Beer Dragon and not Book Dragon. So Beer Dragon wants to be finished sometime soon. Which, yeah. Watching these videos back, I was giggling at myself. If I get frustrated trying to get it in the envelope, I stick my tongue out because, that helps. I told my husband, I said, oh, I have my tongue out. And he goes, it's helping you. And I go, oh. Oh, this one, it's on my year of WIPs. So that means I really want to finish it. This is a Vervaco kit. It is called Christmas Truck. One of my mom's places that she loved to vacation at was Outer Banks, North Carolina. We always stayed in Kill Devil Hill area. We went back in 2023 on my mom's birthday. And there was a little bitty yarn store, and they had this kit for sale and one other I'll show you here in a little bit. So I paid double the price of what it would be online, 1, 2, 3 stitch, but it was really neat to get it at Outer Banks. And I absolutely love the Christmas tree in a red truck. I have several decorations of that, so I thought, oh, I'll do that quick. I started it December 15th, 2023. The last time I worked on it was December of 2024. It definitely come out at Christmas, and then I forget about it. I'm noticing a theme. I should just go ditto. I am using the kit fabric for this one, which is a, I think it was like it's like a beige 14 count Aida, because I just really like the way it looks. I don't remember the name of it. It's really cool. It's just a rustic, like a rustic kind of color. And I love it. It's too cute. Look at the little dog in the window. I love the reds. When I work on it, I enjoy every stitch. Let me see this. I got 5 days total in 2024. There was 2 days that I got in 2023, so I have 7 days into it right now. So really, it goes quick if I just work on it. There's a lot of color changes, but it ends up the shading so pretty. So I had a goal when I was making my year of WIPs list to finish this year. So let's see if I stick with it. I need to remember that it's on my list and plug it into challenges more. I think what I did wrong is I don't have my year of WIPs like printed out better so that I can see it, so that I make sure to keep picking those. So, and when I talk about year of WIPs, it's a challenge and soulful stitching Facebook group run by Melanie Watkins, and you pick so many WIPs. I think this year was 10, and the goal is to finish half of them by the December 18th. So I think I picked 25 because I'm overachiever for 2025, and I really want to finish half of them, and I have all kinds of weird stuff on my list. That's why I need to go through them and figure out what I have so that I actually stick with it. Okay, these next 3 I'm going to go ahead and talk about at the same time. They are funny. I bought them in 2019 when I attended a retreat in southern Indiana because I love them. And I started all 3 last year in 2024. I set 12 patterns aside last year with the plan of starting 1 a month. They were not holidays, so it was like stuff to decorate in between the holidays. And I started them, but I never finished them. So here's the patterns. They're by Tiny Modernist. I got the Dragon Biscornu. If I don't say that right, that's how I say it, Biscornu. I'm sure there's other ways to say it. So I got the dragon, because dragon. I got the mermaid. I know Tiny Modernist did a whole series. Let's see, when did these come out? You're probably yelling the answer. Oh, it was 1 year. She did a whole set of these. Maybe it was 2019. But I only ended up with 3 of them. And I got the unicorn. I am doing these on an 18 count vintage country mocha Aida because I have done Biscornus and I think they're easier to do on Aida. I started them. Oh, I already said that. I won't say it again. There is the dragon. When I started this one, I was so excited, and then I do not know why they go so slow. I don't know. I don't know if it's me. I don't know if I was excited and then when it went slow, I went, why? Why does it go so slow? I worked on the dragon in June last year. He's so cute. And then I was like, wait a minute. You have to stitch the same design 4 times. So I think that annoyed me. I was like, what? Duh. I knew it on the chart. Let's see. This one is the... You know what? I didn't even mark... I didn't even mark the top. So that'll be fun. I can go by my stitches. This one is the bottom panel for the unicorn. I worked on this one in May last year. I love the pastels. And this one went a little faster because it wasn't just the 4 matching things on the top. And the mermaid, I tried to really stick with because I wanted to finish it. So I have more of it done. I worked on it April last year. So this one was first. And I was like, well, I'm going to finish it in April. No, I didn't. And I remember I put like a whole bunch of days into it. And then it was just, I don't care anymore. That's horrible. So that's those. They will be finished. I promise, sometime in my life, hopefully. Okay, let me see. There's 2 in the middle. Another one of my over one pieces. This is Dragon Eye. Hang on. By Eva's Designs. Okay, sorry. Got it paused just in time to have a horrible coughing fit. The pollen is sky high, of course. And it's lovely 90 degrees. And I just, my throat. Anyway, this is Eva's Designs. The pattern's name is Dragon Eye. She was on Etsy. I looked. I could not find it anywhere. So I don't think she exists anymore. That's too bad because this is a beautiful pattern. My husband got this for me for Christmas in 2018. It was a new year, new start of 2019. I am stitching it on 32 count lamb's wool, 1/1. Yep, that seems to be my go-to. And I have 11 days into it right now. It is beautiful. It will look gorgeous on the wall. It's fun to work on. Who knows? It starts with D, and I don't use it for D. I should. I could use it for E. I just forget. So, the last time I worked on it was September of 2024. But it's not going anywhere. Progress or off of my list, so it's still a WIP. We'll see what happens. Anytime I go past the envelope, I'm like, oh, that's cute. I need to work on that again. Okay, this is the other kit that I got when I was in Outer Banks on vacation in 2023. It is Simple Treasures. It is a Dimensions kit. I had seen this one before on like 1, 2, 3. It's absolutely beautiful. I had it on my wish list. This just reminds me of my mom so much with the lighthouse and the seashells, and just absolutely beautiful. When I saw it on our vacation, I said, yep, it's coming home with me to remind us of our trip and all the trips to the ocean that I was lucky enough to go to in my life. I did replace the kit fabric with the fabric that I ended up having in my stash. It is a Fabric Flare 36 count Bahama Blue. Wow. It's beautiful. I have 18 days into this one. Let's see if I can get it without falling off. The last time I worked on it was September last year. This little section is completely done, minus some back stitching, I think. Yeah. So I was excited to move on to another section. That was a lot of stitching in there, but boy, it's beautiful. Just really, really beautiful. And I can't wait to get to like the seahorse and the star. Well, I did the starfish and it was fun. So each little part is going to be really enjoyable to work on when I work on it. Notice I didn't say if. It's when. Okay. That is all 13 from my, I refuse to take off the list, but it's not current. So now we have 9 that are not being worked on. I will be right back. Okay. I don't remember when. I was trying to find out on my blog. You know what? I have a note somewhere. There it is. And I fell in love with wordplay designs from Doreen Jones and Imaginating. I was really in love with them a lot. And if I can read my notes. Okay. In 2014, I finished 2 of them. In 2015, I finished 6 of them. There was a friend of mine in the blog world, and she did a lot of them, and I did a lot of them, and we really had a great time. Those are finished. I don't think I've done anything with any of them. I think they're in that wonderful pile that they live, just rolled up in a tub. So in 2016, in January, we did a Debbie's Ultimate Cross Stitch Challenge. It was in honor of a lady in the blog world that had passed away, and she loved starting things. So in January in 2016, every day we started a new piece in her honor. So it was so fun. So I started these in 2016, and they only got 1 day, and I never went back to them. So these have all not been worked on since 2016. So the first one up is Holiday Words Stocking. It was in just cross stitch December 2015. I don't know what it was. I was just crazy in love with these. And I did a whole bunch of them, like I said. I mean, finished 8 of them. So I like, hey, let's start them all. I don't even have a note for what fabric this is, but it's beautiful. It is a beautiful opalescent fabric. Here's where I got the first day. I also had Let's Deck the Halls. This one was just by Imaginating. I said Doreen Jones. I'm sorry. It's Ursula Michael. She did the designing. I also fell in love with Doreen Jones the same time. But these are Ursula Michael. Let's see. Okay. That's where I got on the first day. And this one's just a white even weave. Probably 28 count. This one is Let's Get Spooky. This one I actually did pull back out in January of 2020. So I have a whopping 2 days on this one. Ooh. It's so cute. It really is cute. It'd make a cute decorative pillow. Which is why I started them in 2016. That was just yesterday, right? Last one. I bet we all know who I did this one for. Let's Be Proud. Beautiful patriotic one from Ursula Michael. Yeah, it really helps if you read the chart. And the progress for this is just amazing. You'll be so like impressed, just be overwhelmed with the beauty that is my progress. Evidently, I must have done this one last or on a busy day in 2016, and I just got hurt. That's all. That's sad. I kind of remember that, where I remember posting it going, really? Like, that's all. And there it's set. Okay, those are staying over there. Okay, those were those 4. Then oh, it says, really? Joan Elliott saltwater taffy. This is kind of hard for me. This was our house. This is all of our decorations. It was wonderful. My mom loved the shorebirds. She had a lot of the sailboats. My mom's dad loved the saltwater taffy. We always had to bring him home some. So, let's see. She got this for me. My mom got this for me for Christmas 2016. It was my new year, new start for 2017. I worked on it hard. She wanted it for her side of the house so bad. This was one of the reasons why I couldn't work on a lot of other stuff, is she'd come over and go, well, why aren't you working on the saltwater taffy? So I am using 32 count lamb's wool. I have 33 days into this one. It is a wrinkly mess. And there it is. It is beautiful. Now it's just hard. I did get it out on the 1 year anniversary of her passing, which was October 2023. And I just haven't had the heart to get it back out. Hang on one second. Sorry. We had some confusion. Jeremy was like, no, she passed away in 22. And I said, I know, I worked on it a year after she passed. So I got it out, worked on it in her honor that day, and I just haven't had the heart to get it back out. So it's beautiful. It's not going. I refuse to take it off of the list. That's why it's on there. It will stay on there for as long as it needs to. My envelope's old. I did a Sal. It was by Stitchingly. I think that's right. It was 2019. This one is actually Dorian Jones. I doesn't have when I started it. So, I finished. It was a. Do I have it? I don't even have, I will insert a picture because I know I have a picture. So I actually have to edit and add one picture. I didn't print it. So I decided to do them all as individual pillows. I thought that's just kind of me. I love putting stuff on shelves. So in 2023, in 2020, I finished the scissors one. This is what it looks like. And it says, "My scissors are precious, not for you, paper, or anything else." And I like to do this kind of pillow finish where I actually whip stitch back fabric to the front fabric. And then on the back, I can put like the label for what year I did it. And it just sits on a shelf and it's just adorable. So it was supposed to have all of them. This is the only one that's finished. But there's one finished. In October 2023, I finished the second one, which says, "The frog is my nemesis. It's a Stitchers thing." I have the front panel done. Just need to do a back panel. So for the back panel, I'll stitch like the back stitch border and then leave the inside off except for a date. And then I'll just whip stitch it together. I'll put a back stitch line out, 4 stitches from the stitching, and then I whip stitch the back stitch lines together, kind of like a Biscornu, but without the shape. And in February 2024, I finished the back stitching on the frog one, and I started the second one. And I go, woo, wonderful progress. So I don't even have what this one is. It was on the picture. Let me see. That's horrible. This one says, my parking is neat so long as it's on fabric. Wow, I couldn't even read it. So I'm doing these on 14 count Aida because they're easy to do the little pillow. And I have another set of 6 to do after these get finished, whenever that is. So, and I get to put the other one. The other one's actually on display on a shelf. They're such a perfect size. So they don't take up a lot of room. And when I do something like that, I don't have to get out a sewing machine, so I actually finish it. New concept. So I'm not taking those off the list. I just don't work on them. This one is by Hands On Design. It's the Wolf Block Party. I got this at a retreat in 2019. Started it November 27th of 2020. I got 2 days on it in 2020. I pulled it back out in 2024 and got 2 more days. It is on a beautiful 28 count caramel macchiato Jobelin. I think it's macchiato. I'm not a coffee person, but boy, it's pretty. It's cute, so it's not coming off the list. Oh, that's that one. Only one more. And then my piece that's going in bye-bye. Not too bad. We're only 44 minutes. Thank you for sticking with me this long. If you're still watching, if not, I'm talking to myself. Adelaide from Adelaide Stitches has been working on this one this month. It's a Mermaid's Life by Tiny Modernist. My mom got it for me for a Christmas gift because it's nautical. I like treasure chests. She likes lighthouses, so of course she had to get those. I'm stitching it on a 28 count Caribbean blue even weave. I started it January 8th, 2022. I only have 3 days into it. I worked on it 2 days in 2022, got it out 1 day for a challenge in September of 2023. It is a wrinkly mess too. And there's where it is right now. It was funny when Adelaide pulled hers out. I'm pretty sure we had the exact same progress. But she's been doing so many stitches a day for her Mermaid plans with the goal of hopefully finishing this month. And I thought, ooh, and then I went, no. I don't know. I'm not going to take it off the list, but it's not really something that I would decorate with now, so I don't know. We'll see. It might go off the list sometime, but not right now. I'll be right back again. 46 minutes and everything that can happen is happening. Okay, this is the one. I received this pattern for Christmas in 2023. I love Halloween. It's a beautiful pattern. I really wanted to do it. Started it, new year, new start for 2024. And here's the pattern. It is Halloween Potions. I'm going to say this wrong. Les Petites de la Croix, I think. Don't know. If you have not tried to stitch one of their patterns, you might not understand. They are not enjoyable to stitch. I'm sorry. I wanted to so bad. I do not enjoy it. It's just, and I've heard other people say that they don't enjoy it either, and it's really just sad. I don't know if they use like computer mock-up kind of thing or what it is. There's color changes which normally don't bother me. Like I can do a heaven and earth, the color changes is fine. The back stitching is very complicated. The pattern is hard to read. The back stitching is over the patterns, over the stitches. So see where to stitch. I don't know. So I am stitching it on a 32 count lint. I combine words. Light mint Lugana. Wow. And what did I say? I have 10 days in on it. It's cute when it's on the fabric, but it is a pain to get to the fabric. And I don't know, just the back stitching, it's like this was easy to do, but this is, it's not enjoyable. So I'm done. I admit defeat. And I had a whole bunch, because their artwork or the pictures they have, they're beautiful. They do beautiful artwork, but I took them off my wish list, and I'm going to remember. It's a brand that I definitely, you hope they aren't watching. Or if you enjoy it, that's great. It's just not something I enjoy. I remember when I started stitching, and I love dragons, and I found out about Teresa Winsler. I think I said that right. And she has beautiful dragons, and I got several of them. I printed off the freebie that she had on the computer that was stretch. It's a long dragon. I started it, and she has like 25 blends. Her back stitching is complicated. That's like 10 different back stitching and fractionals. And I was just like, oh my. And then I wanted to do the dragon wrapped around the castle and multiple other dragons. And I just, no. I got rid of the patterns, and I said, nope, her dragons are beautiful, but no thank you. So I have one framed, and it's beautiful, but I will not do anymore. So I will remember that about Les Petites de la Croix, or Croix de Lucy, or I don't know. however you say it. So that one is going by. It's going off the list. So to recap, we had 41 with the 29 and the 12 that I want to start. 13 that I already talked about are staying on the list. They'll be worked on probably. This last 9, I don't know what to do. I think, well, I know one's going by. So this last 8, I think are going to be labeled UFOs. So they probably will not get worked on right now. I think I slipped and said the Stitcher's code I would leave on the list. I think I'm even going to take it off if it goes back on. You know, that's the nice thing. I'm not going to throw them away. I'm going to get rid of the Halloween potions, but I'm not going to throw the other ones away. If I decide to work on them sometime, I will. I think I will put the DMC back with my master set. So if we add the 41, the 13, and the 8, we get 62, which means I went over my 60 whips. But if I leave those 8 off, then that means I only have 54. So I don't have 60. So I told my husband, I said, doesn't that mean that I get 6 new starts? Because I need 60. I started the year with 60. So there is plans coming Monday for my normal video. I already purchased a new pattern. I'm very excited to share with you. I'm really into foreshadowing this week. So I guess I'm giving you a reason to tune back in. I remembered one that I forgot to include, so I'll make a note. Hopefully remember to show you that. I have an envelope that is totally full of stash. Hang on just a second. Since you're here, I'll show you this envelope I got from Janet Jabber. It's huge. This is totally full of projects I would like to do. That is my stash, and it's full. Yeah. So it's not that I have a lack of things that I can fill the spots with. This is a hard envelope. Every time I open it, I just hear, pick me, and then I try to zip it shut, and it's just, don't ever let anything happen to this envelope. So that and all the new stuff I keep getting. I was lucky enough to grab the Luminous Fiber Arts stitching box this morning. I was really excited. I kept waiting for the page to reload. And I got one, so I'm really happy about that. And talking about that, I got out last year's, so I'd like to do those. So there is a lot of plans, but I need to get off of here so that I can stitch, or none of these plans will ever happen. But first things first, the most important, I think, part of my channel, it seems like. That's Jeremiah. If it's your first time tuning in, the whole thing is his fault. That's my kiddo.
It usually is my fault.
He's 27 years old. He's don't tell him, but he's the joy of my life. He's fun to have around. And because of him, I'm stitching Yggdrasil.
Woo!
Which he does that every time I say Yggdrasil.
Woo!
So, and coming Monday, we have something that we need to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
So, I know.
We're
going to talk about it today.
Oh.
No, we're gonna leave them with anticipation for the whole weekend.
Oh.
I know. I'm being
evil.
mean. I know. See, I want people to stick around, because if you were only here for the WIP parade, what if you leave?
True.
So we went from below 550 to, I think I said, do we have 564?
I think.
Hang on.
I don't remember.
This is already a long video. We have 564. So I don't know if it's the WIP parade or Jeremiah or his craziness with Yggdrasil.
Woo!
Or, a lot of you love my giggle, which this is just who we are.
Mm-hmm.
So now you have a good reason to come back Monday because we have a lot to talk about on Monday.
Yeah.
So.
Bye.
Okay, have a great weekend. I hope everybody gets to stitch. I'll end the way I normally do. Please find all the reasons you can to smile. Find all the reasons you can to laugh. Love yourself. Make your corner of the world a little brighter. And good luck stitching all the things. I will see you Monday.